Hello all, and thanks for joining me for round 2 of the Sunday night caravanning pub quiz. First of all, a huge thank you for last week. I had no idea what the reaction would be. I'm blown away by it, and I can't thank you enough. It's, you know, if people subscribe to my channel and they like the video and they get involved, that is what makes it all worthwhile. So again, thank you for that. And while I'm talking about last week's quiz, the question about how many wheels has a twin axle caravan got, really I should have thought of the jockey wheel. So if you've put 4 or 5, you know, you can have a mark for each. I've got a twin axle caravan myself. We went away in the summer and we stayed, we did 10 different countries and over 25 days. And I think we stayed at 15, 16 different sites. Now I wound that jockey wheel up all those times and put it back down again when we arrived. Still forgot to mention the jockey wheel. So anyway, if you've got 4 or 5, give yourself another mark. While I think of it, now this first question hinges around this. If you're sat at home, like me, to be fair, this is why we're doing the pub quizzes, don't cancel your plans, postpone them. There's an awful lot of smaller businesses that are relying on the money that you spend. And when you go away next time, just think where you're going to spend that money. You know, don't necessarily go down the traditional route where you might spend it. Just think, you know, the smaller guys, they're really struggling because if they've had to furlough their workforce and, you know, they're waiting till June to get 80% of their profit, that profit doesn't necessarily take into account all the costs they've got, such as maintenance costs and rent and all the equipment hire that they may have and the hire purchase. So just think of all those things and think, do you know what? Even if it drags on for longer than is anticipated, we're not going to cancel. We're just going to postpone and think of the small people. So with that in mind, here's question 1 from round 2. How much money do leisure vehicle owners contribute each year to the UK economy? Now here's a bit of a clue. You get the point if you're within £1 billion of the answer. It's not a small amount. Question number 2. Caravans featured in 2 Carry-On films. Can you name both of these films? Now there's 1 point for each film. Question number 3. Which members of the royal family visited the Bailey of Bristol factory? And there's a bonus point for guessing which year they visited. Question number 4. Which test track does the Caravan and Motorhome Club use for their Tow Car of the Year awards? Question number 5. My son Charlie and I restored a 1967 Bailey caravan that was found in a hedge. Now here's a photo of it. Is it A, a Bailey Maru, B, a Bailey Maison, or C, a Bailey Maestro? Question number 6. If you passed your driving test after January 1997 and you haven't taken the additional B+E test, what's the maximum weight of the car and caravan that you can legally tow? Question number 7, and another multiple choice. During the 1960s, how many Britons holidayed in a caravan? Was it A, 1 in 50, B, 1 in 12, or C, 1 in 7? Question number 8. Alco make among other things, which of these caravan components? Is it A, plastic windows? Is it B, chassis? Or is it C, cassette toilet? Question number 9. Which piece of caravanning kit do PowerTouch make? Question number 10. What is the camping and caravanning club also known as? Now here's a clue, and in true blankety blank style, it's the blank club. Question number 11. What's the UK speed limit when towing a caravan on a motorway? Question number 12. Which UK island is home to the Caravan and Motorhome Club's Southland site and the Camping and Caravanning Club's Adgestone site? Now, I'd normally have 12 questions per quiz, but I've got a bonus question now, thanks to David Bird. Long story short, David, lovely guy, he was on Caravan of the Year and he put together a quiz. And he says, but in his own words, that the quiz was quite tough. So I said, well, do you fancy giving me a question? And I'll use it as a bonus question. Now, if you get this answer right, there's 5 points in it for you. Good luck, because I mean, I hadn't even heard of the magazine of the award, so I had no idea. But anyway, good luck. So here's David's question. How many times did Bailey Caravans win the Caravan Industry Magazine Tourer of the Year award? Right, here's the answers, and in true schoolroom fashion, if you're doing the quiz with someone, feel free to swap your papers and you can mark each other's. So, question 1, how much money do we spend in the UK economy each year? Now the answer is a staggering 6 billion. So when you go out, make sure you spend it wisely, spend it accordingly, and always support those local businesses. Question 2, Carry On films. It was Carry On Camping and Carry On Behind. Now there's a point for each of those. Question 3, which members of the royal family visited the Bailey of Bristol factory? The answer is the Queen and Prince Philip. Quite a marketing coup. And also a bonus point for the year that they visited, and that was 2012. Question number 4, which test track does the Caravan and Motorhome Club use for tow car? And the answer is Millbrook. Question 5. Which caravan did Charlie and I restore? The 67 Caravan. We've got one, I don't know if you can quite see it, there's one behind me, which is a 77, but this is the 67, and that is a Bailey Maestro. To be perfectly honest though, we thought it was a Bailey Mikado for a year until David Bird spotted that it was in fact a Maestro. Question 6. If you passed your test after January 97 and you haven't taken a B plus E, what's the maximum weight, that combined weight of car and caravan that you can legally tow? And it is 3,500 kilograms or 3.5 tonne. Question 7. During the 1960s, how many Britons holidayed in a caravan? The answer is C, 1 in 7. I mean, a staggering amount of people, and do you know what? I think the way it's going, excuse me, you know, it looks like we can get back to around that sort of figure. Question 8. What do Walco make, among other things? Well, the answer was B, the chassis. Question 9. What piece of caravanning kit do PowerTouch make? They make motor movers. A little bit of trivia, actually owned by Truma. Question 10. What is the camping and caravanning club also known as? And in blankety blank style, it was the blank club. Well, of course, it's the friendly club. Question 11. What's the UK speed limit when towing a caravan on a motorway? It is 60 mile an hour. And question 12. Which UK island was home to those two sites? And it is, of course, the Isle of Wight. Now we have David's question. It's on my phone. How many times did Bailey Caravan win the Caravan Industry Magazine Tourer of the Year award? The answer is 5. It was in 1988 for the Pageant Cabriolet, 2003 for the Discovery 800, 2007 for the Senator Series 5 Wyoming, 2008 for the Senator Series 6 Wyoming, and 2011 for the Unicorn Seville. David, thank you very much for that question. I would have never have sussed that. And in fact, I then had to message David to saying, can you tell me a bit more about the magazine? Because I'd never heard of it. It used to be the magazine of the caravan trade. They used it to they used to organise the annual Tour of the Year Awards at Earl's Court Show. And the magazine was around until 2012 when the editor retired and the magazine closed. A huge thank you again for taking part in round 2 of the quiz. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got some cracking questions next week. Been sent some in by one of the clubs. I'm hoping the other club will also send some in as well. We've got some guest questions from people as well. And yeah, just wait to see what's in store for round 3. But anyway, thank you for taking part in round 2. And I'll see you next week.